Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Carlos from the Word on Will Ministry, man. First I want to bless God. I want to bless God. I want to thank Him for the life He gave me. I thank Him for the life He gave you. I thank Him for being in charge and being in control of everything that is going on around us right now. I thank God that He is the Alpha and the Omega. I thank God that He is the beginning and the end. I thank God for you. And I want to thank you so much for taking your time, to watch this video. I appreciate you so much, and I pray that all is well with you, and I pray that all is well with your family. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to just go ahead and do that, before we forgot. I'm trying to get more people to subscribe in here so we can get the word out. We got to reach people, man. We got to reach people the best way we can, And right now, it looked like the YouTube and the Facebook and everything else could be the best way to reach people. And with that being said, I want to encourage you with this word, man. It's not a new word. It's the same old word, and it's always having a powerful. It's active in us. In Colossians chapter 3, verse 12 and through 14, it said like this. Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, longsuffering, bearing with one another, and forgiving one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even Christ forgive you, so you must also do. Verse 14, but above all these things, put on love, which is the bond servant of perfection, which is the bond of perfection. Above all these things, put on love, which is the bond of perfection. And I want to come to encourage you, man, as children of God, right now, we need to put on love of God. We need to put on, no matter what, if we have to put away the ungodliness in us. We have to get rid of everything that is trying to separate us. We know by God's grace, thank God for that, there's nothing that shall separate us from God. But we have to put on love of God as the elect. The Bible says like this, therefore, as the elect of God, you are the elect of God. You are the saint, the child of God. You're not the child of the world. This is speaking to the people who set themselves apart as the disciple of Christ, as the followers of Yeshua. People that believe in their heart that God is the living word. This is talking to us. He said, as the elect of God. We got to put on love, which is the bond of perfection. You want to be a good neighbor, put on the love of God. Matter of fact, they asked Jesus and said, which one is the greatest commandment? Jesus said like this, the first and the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart and your mind and your soul and everything you got. The second is like this, love your neighbors as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the laws and the prophets. On these two, loving God first is what the prophets been preaching for. Seeing they came and declare that there is a Messiah will come. They've been preaching from the beginning to the end. Everything is like this. Love God. Everything is pointing you. Love God. Turn to God. Turn away from your wicked ways. Turn away from anger and frustration. Turn away from hatred toward the love. Love God and love people. Those two. Anybody that is preaching other than these two is lying and is antichrist. Anybody that is not teaching you to love God and love people is antichrist and is causing division among you. The Bible said, mock them, they that cause division among you. The Bible, Jesus said that in Matthew chapter 22, verse 40. Matthew 22, verse 40, he said like this, those two, to love God first and love people, those are the only thing. The law and the prophets hang on those two. So I encourage you to put on love of God. The Bible said as the leg of God, put on love of God so you can love people. Check this out, right? In Corinthians chapter 13. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I want you to see this when you don't have love in you. The Bible said like this in Corinthians 13, though I speak with the tongues of men and of an angel, but have no love, I have nothing. I have become sound breath or a clanking cymbal. And though I have the gifts of prophecy and understanding of all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountain, but have not love, I am nothing. No matter what, you can give this. The Bible said in verse 3, it said, and though I bestow all my good to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have no love, it profit me nothing. No matter what you do, you can give your stuff to the poor people. You can reach out 1,000 people. You can even prophesy and speak in tongues, but if there is no love in you, it profits you no good. Jesus said like this, love one another, that the world will know that you are my disciple. Right now, the world want to separate you and take that love away from you. Put on love of God so you can walk in the thing of God and walk in the spirit of oneness. God bless you.